Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Alphastar cast. Today we have a PvP between a Grandmaster player and Alphastar on Kairos Junction Alley. So let's hop right into it as we see Alphastar. Ooh. This looks a lot like a knot wall. A lot of the time in PvP you'll see something like this, like a Grandmaster player is doing. You build one of your gateways here, one of your gateways here, and you leave a 2 hex gap over here. So Archons can pass through, and you can fully wall this with either a pylon or a battery, or if you truly want a cyber core or a gateway. If you play like this is a big indicator that you want to open with Stargate, because the only way you can properly defend the depths, if you don't have a wall, is with Stargate units, whether that be Phoenix or Oracle. So whenever you scout something like this, you can almost certainly prepare for a Stargate. Like you kind of know that it's gonna be a Stargate. Of course, sometimes people do something different, but it's extremely unsafe to open like this and not go into Stargate. You might just lose the game instantly if 2 adepts, just shade in, because there's nothing you can do to block them from going in. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Stargate here from Alphastar. Grandmaster player just going for a standard wall, double gas, and a cybernetics core. Exactly the same timing, of course. Early game completely mirrored. Now we have a probe scout that will be going into a proxy pylon, and this is a fake proxy pylon. This one is designed to make your opponent believe that something is proxied on the map. Now how does that work? Imagine Alphastar scouts sees the lack of a second pylon. It's like, hey, wait, where's that pylon? Well, probably somewhere on the map. So then you go scout on the map for that pylon, and you don't know if tech is proxy, but it could be a proxy Stargate, a proxy Robo, anything like that. The beauty of how Alphastar plays though is that he just doesn't scout. So mind games don't really work on someone that doesn't scout, or on someone that has no mind, I guess. In this case, Alphastar. So this mind game won't really work. He also showed his probe a bit too early. Like the scout timing still was relatively normal. Whenever you usually build a proxy pylon, you want to wait with your probe a bit until like maybe 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and then you go in, or 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Otherwise it's very obvious all you did is just build a pylon, because you can only start building your tech at 2 minutes when your cybernetics core finishes. So we have Alphastar, like I mentioned, with a Stargate, double adept, a quadruple adept opening actually, against a Sentry Stalker opener. Now usually if you get Sentry Stalker and you scout that the first 2 units aren't Sentry Stalker, you're supposed to actually get Stalker behind this rather than Sentry Stalker, because otherwise you can have a very difficult time dealing with the 2 adepts. Now you do have the wall in time, but Alphastar is just going to be able to shade up again and again, because there's no stalkers, not enough stalkers to chase him away. Again, with 3 stalkers against 4 adepts, you can fight pretty well, but with 2 stalkers, you really can't. So he isn't really allowed to be on the map right now. Meanwhile, we have an Oracle on the way for Alphastar as well, who I guess will be going into... Well, I'm not sure what he will be going into, but just Oracle for now. It's funny that he opens Oracle after his Stargate got scouted, by the way. Or I guess that was with the hallucination, so not that big of a deal. So yeah, our Grandmaster Prolos player is completely aware of exactly what's happening. He knows there's a lot of adepts. He knows there's some oracles on the way. So all he's doing right now is just making sure he stays in his main base. Gets a lot of stalker, even getting a battery. I don't really mind that. Now, the real thing he wants to do, yes, this, exactly. You get a hallucination and you put it on the oracle. This way you always know where the oracle will be. Ooh, even get some real damage. Come on, chase it. Yeah. And the moment he does this, you can just move down with your stalkers. Oh. And then whenever you see this oracle going back in, you just get 2. Like if it's 2 oracles, you need 3 stalkers. If it's just 1 oracle, 2 stalkers will do. This is actually very good movement here. 3 stalkers go to chase. Ideally you'd be able to get one, I don't think you will be able to. And then you just continuously keep sending new hallucinations to these oracles, which is what you're supposed to do. We're not really seeing that, honestly. Like these oracles should still be tagged. Like they should not be allowed to just fly in. Actually our Grandmaster player is completely out of position. If Alphastar micros this properly, he's gonna get 6-7 probes here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wow. That's 3 more probes than I thought he would. Does lose an Oracle for it. Might lose a second Oracle for it, actually. So both Oracles go down, but for 9 probes. Adept Shade in as well. We'll be able to get maybe 3-4 more workers. Yeah, I think we'll be able to actually get 3 more workers. Actually get absolutely everything. So right now it's 18 workers against 40 workers. You see 14 workers have been killed. Unit loss is relatively even though, which is weird to see because, you know, it felt like Grandmaster player is the only one that lost anything. But if you think about it, 4 Adepts went down, 2 Oracles went down as well. Now 2 more Adepts were sent across the map. The bad thing is that an Immortal against pure Stalker is extremely powerful. So you can be down a bit in army supply, which Alphastar honestly even isn't. Like, he had so much more money. His production was pretty consistent. He didn't get any extra tech except for a robotics facility. So he's playing extremely safe. Like, he expected to do a lot of damage. He did it. And then it was like, alright, now just time to defend. And here comes the counterattack. Mediocre force field. And actually a little bit of a dangerous movement here. But he's so confident in his army. And I mean, he should be. He has 2 Immortals. Almost a superior Stalker count as well. Well, there was some nice dancing moves there. Not sure what these Phoenixes are doing. And then from this point on, I mean, Alphastar's up like 30, no, 20, geez, I can't count. 20 workers. Could just be going into Forged Twilight, but most likely what he will do is just add a couple of gateways and finish his opponent, as he's so far ahead at this point. And there's no real follow-up tech here for our Grandmaster player. He added 2 more gateways. We'll be able to get a lot more units out, but I mean, I don't really see a way to get back into the game. Perhaps a Dark Shrine, but that's so far away. He doesn't even have a Twilight Council yet. Robo Bay wouldn't work. Like, Disruptors you can't really get because there's Phoenix, and of course if you lift the Disruptor with a Phoenix, it cancels the Purification Nova, rendering those useless. So yeah, it's a rough situation. I guess the plan here is to keep the ramp with a lot of sentries and then hope that Alphastar takes a crappy fight, but yeah, I don't really see it happen, honestly. 1 more gate is on the way, so 4 gates, 1 Robo and 1 Stargate, which are all producing. It's very weird to see such late Phoenixes being produced. I guess they will be used to lift any kind of... usually they'd be used to lift any kind of Immortals, I guess. But in this case, just lift all the sentries. Sentries, of course, have light armor, which die very quickly to the Phoenix attack. Good Prism Micro here. Yeah, this ramp should be able to be kept for a bit. There's 1 Immortal. Oh, Adept Shade coming up. Let's have a couple of Adepts already. Phoenixes do manage to snipe that Prism, and I mean, with the Adepts against the Phoenixes, it's going to be yeah, an extremely difficult fight, as Adepts 4-shot sentries. And here we have all the Phoenixes lifting the Immortal as well. Absolutely everything dies. 2 Immortals still alive for the Alphastar, and yeah, this is pretty much game over. So, interesting early game here by Alphastar. I mean, it's a pretty standard build, I would say. Just 4-4 Adept into Stargate. This is probably one of the more meta builds that he played. The follow-up is extremely safe. Most of the time you see faster Forge stack in case you don't do as much damage. But yeah, it all worked out pretty well. GG, well played. If you did like the video, feel free to leave a like, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, love you all. See you next time. Bye bye.